The fall of the Tokugawa shogunate in 1868 marked the end of Japan's feudal era and the beginning of its rapid modernization during the Meiji Restoration. For over 250 years, the Tokugawa shoguns had ruled Japan, maintaining strict control over the samurai, daimyos, and the emperor. However, internal strife, economic challenges, and foreign pressures culminated in the collapse of this system, forever changing Japan's trajectory. Internal challenges to Tokugawa rule. The Tokugawa shogunate maintained peace through a rigid social hierarchy and isolationist policies, sakoku. However, by the 19th century, this system began to falter. Economic strain due to natural disasters, famines, and the inability of the feudal structure to adapt to changing circumstances weakened the shogunate. The samurai, once powerful warriors, were increasingly impoverished, and discontent among the merchant and peasant classes grew. Additionally, daimyos in southern domains like Satsuma and Chashu, dissatisfied with Tokugawa dominance, began organizing resistance. These domains would later play a key role in the shogunate's downfall. Foreign pressures. The arrival of Commodore Matthew Perry's U.S. fleet in 1853 exposed the shogunate's inability to defend Japan against foreign powers. Perry's demand for Japan to open its ports culminated in the Treaty of Kanagawa, 1854, which ended centuries of isolation. Unequal treaties with Western nations followed, sparking widespread anger among the Japanese population. The perceived weakness of the shogunate in dealing with foreign powers fueled the rise of the Sano Joi, revere the emperor, expel the barbarians, movement. This political ideology called for the restoration of imperial rule and the expulsion of foreigners, further undermining Tokugawa authority. The Boshin War and the Meiji Restoration. In the late 1860s, opposition to the shogunate crystallized into rebellion. The southern domains of Satsuma and Chashu formed an alliance to challenge the Tokugawa regime. In 1867, Tokugawa Yoshinobu, the 15th and last shogun, agreed to relinquish his authority, restoring power to Emperor Meiji. However, tensions between pro-imperial forces and the remnants of the Tokugawa loyalists led to the Boshin War, 1868 to 1869, a brief but decisive conflict. The imperial forces, equipped with modern weapons and supported by Western advisors, triumphed over the shogunate's traditional samurai armies. The Meiji Restoration. In 1868, the Meiji Restoration officially abolished the Tokugawa shogunate and restored the emperor as the symbolic head of state. In practice, power was consolidated under a modernizing oligarchy that sought to transform Japan into a centralized, industrialized nation. Feudal domains were dismantled, the samurai class was disbanded, and Western-style institutions were adopted. Conclusion. The end of the Tokugawa shogunate was a pivotal moment in Japanese history. It marked the conclusion of centuries of feudal rule and the beginning of Japan's emergence as a global power. The transition from the shogunate to the Meiji government set Japan on a path of modernization, industrialization, and global engagement, reshaping the nation's identity and future.